Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Let's talk about Lucid Motors. Let's talk about why it's been on a tear lately. Is it going to keep going up? How do we trade this or play this? I've got some extra information as well that I'm going to reveal in this video from Lucid, although it is public information, so it's not like it's a big secret, but a lot of people might not be aware of it. And we're going to talk about why the stock has been doing, well and where we expect it to go. So let's get right into it. First things first, Lucid Motors is an electric vehicle company that will be the first pure EV play for an electric vehicle car in America that's actually going to be selling mainstream vehicles outside of Tesla. And I think that's wonderful. I think it's excellent for the industry. And I'm excited for Lucid Motors. In fact, I pre-ordered a Lucid just to be able to compare it to Tesla. And so I'm kind of excited to see it. And let me know if you want to see videos on it. But anyway, to be determined on dates for that. But we'll see. Y'all know I've already got two Teslas, an old Roadster and the Model X from 2017. And I've seen some crazy transitions over time. And it's really enabled me to build an over $10 million position in Tesla stock. Which has been very, very volatile. It's a very emotional position. It's too much volatility, but having that car and watching it transform was the reason I kept buying Tesla stock. And so we'll see, is Lucid going to be something like that? But let's quickly talk about Lucid. So first, we know that Lucid had this insane momentum hype at the beginning of the year. In fact, momentum hype really became much more well-known here in 2021 compared to 2020. In 2020, you could pretty much buy any stock and it was going to go up. Not obviously Nikola, but most stocks did very, very well in 2020. 2021 has been a different story. We've seen a lot of stocks have these insane run-ups. I bought Lucid Motors at $17, somewhere around, it would have been somewhere around right here, right when we first heard about the merger rumors. This was back when we were covering the merger rumors about CCIV, and Bloomberg revealed, oh, we're going to have this, it's going to be Lucid, but what if it's not Lucid? What if it's DirecTV, right? There's all this drama around Lucid. Anyway, the darn thing blew up to $64, and in hindsight, this is obviously a big mistake. I did not recognize the momentum play of the stock. I should have sold it. Even if I sold it at $50 or $55, anything would have been better than sitting on it while it bled out and traded sideways in that $17 to $24 range, kind of where it's been trading. But hey, hindsight. My mistake, just FYI, was I didn't recognize that a stock that I was buying for fundamental purposes had turned into a momentum stock. I could have easily taken profits, paid the taxes, and still been higher than than where it was, right? So it's worth noting. Keep an eye on that when you're investing in stocks. It's not always all up, okay? People make mistakes too, or losses happen in the stock market. But anyway, I have then since traded Lucid. I've traded calls on Lucid, sold puts on Lucid. Those are both bullish directionally, of course. And recently here, Lucid has been profitable for me because it's been running. Take a look at this. We've had a little bit of a run here. This is the day chart. These are the average candlesticks, of course. So we've had a nice little run here. We're finally above that $23 level, and we're bouncing around this $24 to $28 range right now. You can see yesterday we touched 24, we touched 28, almost touched that 29 level, the bar that I have, the line that I've drawn here. So we're really trading within this channel right now. And the reason we're trading in this channel is because Lucid is preparing to deliver vehicles. This is really exciting because throughout the entire year, while we saw this, people would ask me, Kevin, what do you think about Lucid? And I would respond and say, I think they need to deliver some freaking cars already. Well, it's recently started pumping quite well off of its lows just a couple weeks ago, around $19.40 or recent lows, even as low as here at $17 on September 1st. We've had this recent pumping because Lucid has started sending out notifications that individual reservation holders should start customizing their vehicle, which I have done. So that way, they could take delivery of the vehicle very soon. In fact, what I want to do is I want to share with you exactly what I was told, because it's public information about Lucid. No reason to expect any of this is confidential. And so right now, we're expecting 2 to 4 months for a delivery time frame to get the Lucid that I pre-ordered. So 2 to 4 months is the expectation. I will show my my order here just so you could see I actually have the darn thing ordered. And I got this pretty neat kind of maroonish reddish color, which I haven't seen before, but I think it's kind of cool. So I took a little screenshot here of that, Lucid Air Dream Edition. And so what's fascinating is they expect this to be delivered within the next 2 to 4 months. And it looks like right now the company is expecting to get on the road this year about 1,000 vehicles. And the first 520 of those are going to be the Dream Edition, which obviously these are the more expensive ones. They're in the neighborhood of like $140,000 to $160,000. So it's very important to note that they're expecting to deliver 1,000 vehicles because of the implication that we get from an interview between the Lucid CEO Peter Rawlinson on CNBC and CNBC staff. Take a look at this. So the interview's right here. We're going to go ahead and play it. And let's compare a little bit our notes and see what we think.
Breaking news here on Lucid Motors. Fill the boat with the details. Phil.
Love that sound.
Sarah, Lucid, which has been planning on this for several months, finally has had an important milestone achieved at its plant in Arizona. The company has begun production of the Lucid Air. As you take a look at shares of Lucid, obviously under...
Which it has been under production. They've had their beta vehicles under production for quite a while now. We already knew this. It's just a matter of getting to full production on the vehicles that we're expecting to get delivered at the end of the year. And the company has told us we expect vehicles to be delivered at the end of 2021. So far, it looks like they're going to meet that promise.
With a lot of the automakers and really the rest of the market today. But the important news here is that it has begun production in Arizona. Deliveries of the Lucid Air, by the way, they start late next month. Lucid Air reservations are now topping 13,000. So they now have more than 13,000 reservations for this luxury electric vehicle. Lucid planning SUV production, what they're calling production of the Gravity, which will be an electric SUV. That will begin in 2023 as they continue to expand their plant out in Arizona. Speaking of the plant, let's bring in Peter Rawlinson, CEO of Lucid, who joins us from the facility. A big week for you, Peter. Thank you for...
And I'm going to quickly just interrupt and say, note they say 13,000 pre-orders for this. This is very good. It's a healthy number, especially since these are more expensive vehicles, and you got to put $5,000 down on this. Actually, I'll log into my Lucid really quick and double check, but I'm pretty sure I put $5,000 down. Let me check.
Joining us today, I'm curious from your perspective, as you hit this milestone and as you map out what's next for Lucid, how confident are you that you'll be able to continue to grow the reservations on the Air and then start to get that order book going on the Gravity?
Gravity, by the way, is the SUV. The Air is the sedan.
Confident because we've accrued over 13,000 reservations to date, and it's only today that key customers and reservation holders have had the first opportunity to actually drive these cars, and they love them.
I wish I got a chance.
Reservations will explode when people realize just how awesome this car is.
Peter, how often, or how quickly, I should say, will you be able to ramp up your production of the Lucid Air? In other words, a year from now, what do you expect your monthly production rate to be?
Good question.
Well, next year we're on schedule for producing 20,000 units, and we want to expand that to 50,000 in 2023.
Okay, this is really important. When they're saying they're trying to get to 25,000 in 2022, it kind of implies a run rate of about 2,000 vehicles per month, right? And they're trying to get to 4,000 per month roughly in 2023. Right now, though, they're trying to get 1,000 out between now, September, and the end of the end of this year. So that's probably more of a rate of about 250 to 300 cars per month. So the rate of production right now is much, much slower. If this stock right now is running, like you see in the CNBC chart here, if the stock is running because of that, there could be a buy the rumors, sell the news event here. So it's just worth noting from trading perspectives, that could be a risk factor. Fundamental perspectives, this is great. They're actually fulfilling what they promised, delivering cars this year.
Right now, our emphasis is upon quality, delivering an awesome car, a car that our customers will really love, and delivering a luxury customer experience. So that takes precedent upon rushing the ramp up of production in the immediate future. But clearly next year we're going to ramp things up on an S-curve of production.
very popular to hear S-curve of production. Remember, that's exponential, and then you slow down later in the future is S-curve, just for definitional purposes.
You clearly have the demand, at least early on, 13,000 reservations. But look, you're playing in a space that already is rare air when you're talking about vehicles over $70,000. And there are a number of luxury electric vehicles, whether Tesla or Porsche, which are already out there, or you look at the new Cadillac Lyriq that's coming out. You have other luxury automakers that are planning to roll out EVs in the next couple of years. Is there enough demand in that luxury space above 70 grand to support all of these electric vehicles?
Absolutely. There isn't a market for electric vehicles as such. That's a fantasy. The market is for vehicles, and that is huge. There's only about 2.5% penetration into that market through EVs. And you know what? I welcome the competition. Isn't it great that Porsche Taycan is there? Isn't it great that the Mercedes EQS is being launched in the US imminently? Then our product can compete and be compared with the very best. I thrive on that competition.
Wow. Okay. So, folks, very interesting here. Now, what's worth mentioning here is take a look at this. Look at this. This is my reservation for the Lucid Dream. I was wrong. It was actually a $7,500 deposit. The total cost is $169,000 for the vehicle. Of course, $169,000. Then it's also worth mentioning that there was a note they sent out that they ran out of reservations for this car on March 22nd. So I don't see exactly when I signed up for it. I feel like I signed up for it on March 17th. Which was, I'm pretty sure that was day one when I signed up for the deposit and I put the deposit in for the vehicle. It's because I've really wanted to be paying attention to this company and the stock. I want to make money with the stock, and I've made money with the stock. Made enough money with the stock to have the car basically paid for. Well, paid for, yeah, not even basically, just paid for. But also, there's a progress update here that they sent out that I think is really interesting. And this progress update kind of gives you an idea of their production. So they wrote, on July 14th, they wrote that they completed their pre-production run of 89 Lucid Airs. They're now in final quality validation, and they are ready to begin production in the second half of 2021. So they've already been producing over the last few weeks here. So I'm assuming that this yesterday event where they announced this, that we've started production, was really just more like the PR day, like we're officially announcing, but they kind of already have been. They've surpassed the 10,000 reservations. We heard here the 13,000 reservations. Okay, great. So these are all, bullish things for the stock. I do want to give a caution for trading purposes that I do think the amount of vehicles that we get this year is going to be a lot less than potentially what the market is hyping. However, and we've talked about this not only in our live streams, but in the course member live streams as well, coupon code link down below, we talked about how it's very possible that the market isn't actually expecting these cars to come out as soon as they actually are. We ran a poll and found out that most of you actually think this car is going to come out 6 months from now, or 4 to 6 months from now. The poll result was like over 50 to 70% of you thought it was over 4 to 6 months away for the Lucid to actually come out, when in fact it might be within 2 to 4 months, which is really good. And that's why we've seen some bullish movements here, and I've taken some profits already on some Lucid sold puts, but this is very good. Again, could be a trade to the downside when we actually get delivery numbers for the vehicle more publicly available, but I think fundamentally this is very good. I'm very excited about this for Lucid, and I'm excited to stay tuned for updates, and let me know, should we make videos on the car? I don't know, I don't usually do tech car review, but hey, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and folks, see you in the next one. Bye.